When you think of the UK's economy, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a long, long time, it was all about factories, coal, and heavy industry. But, well, that's kind of history now. So what actually took its place? Let's dive in and explore the new pillars of Britain's post-industrial economy.
Right, this is the big question, isn't it? With all those old industrial giants gone, what is the UK's economy actually built on today? Well, the answer isn't just one single thing. It's actually a super powerful mix of technology, services, and some serious brainpower. So here's how we're going to break it down. We're going to look at 4 key areas. We'll start with the digital foundation, then move to the service-based engine that runs on it, check out the research powerhouse that fuels it, and finally, see where all these incredible ideas physically take shape.
First up, let's talk about the digital revolution. Information technology isn't just another industry sector. You've got to think of it as the fundamental operating system for the entire modern economy. It's the backbone for everything.
And just to give you a sense of the sheer scale of this, 1.3 million people. That's how many are employed just in the IT sector. That is a massive workforce dedicated to building and maintaining the digital world that the rest of us rely on every single day.
And you know what? Where the talent goes, the money follows. In 2018 alone, over £6 billion were poured into UK tech. But look at this. London is a magnet. It pulled in a staggering £9 billion over just 3 years. That really cements its status as a global hub where all the money, talent, and big ideas come together.
But here's the really crucial part. The impact of IT isn't just about tech companies. No way. It's a catalyst. It's the spark that ignites new jobs in all sorts of other areas, from manufacturing to finance to research. This digital foundation, it makes everything else we're about to talk about possible.
Okay, so if IT is the foundation, what's the main engine running on top of it? Well, that would be the UK's absolutely massive service industry. I mean, this is the sector that really drives the majority of jobs and economic output. And just to get a feel for how big this is, let's take just one slice of that service industry, finance. Over 2 million people work in this area alone. That's even more than the entire IT sector we just looked at, which just goes to show you the incredible scale we're talking about here.
And it's not just about jobs, right? It's about the economic power. That workforce has a huge impact. Financial services alone make up a full 10% of the UK's entire GDP. That is a massive slice of the pie from just one part of the service sector.
Now, this isn't just a big deal within the UK. The City of London's reputation as a global financial powerhouse is absolutely critical. It acts like a magnet, pulling in international talent and investment from all over the world, which just reinforces the UK's position on the world stage.
So, we've got a digital foundation and a powerful service engine. But what keeps them ahead of the curve? What drives the innovation? Well, that brings us to our third pillar, the UK's world-class research sector. This is all about the future.
You can really see its impact in 3 key ways. First, it's a hub for incredible talent, employing over 60,000 highly educated people. Second, all that brainpower translates directly into economic value, adding over £3 billion to the economy. And third, it attracts investment, which fuels the creation of the jobs of tomorrow.
Okay, so we've talked about code, capital, and research, these big, almost abstract ideas. But where does this all physically happen? Where does the magic actually take place? For our final section, let's look at the places where these new economic forces all come together, science and business parks.
So, these parks aren't all the same. They basically come in 2 main flavors. On one side, you have science parks. These are pure innovation hubs, really closely linked to universities. On the other side, you've got business parks, which are more focused on practical things like a great location, lower costs, and logistics. Let's break them down.
The big deal with a science park is its direct link to academia. There are over 100 of them in the UK, employing around 75,000 people, and they're often found right next to university cities, like Cambridge. Businesses there can literally tap directly into cutting-edge university research and hire the brightest graduates. They're genuine hotspots for innovation.
Business parks, on the other hand, play a totally different game. Their advantage is all about practicalities. They're usually on the edge of cities where land is cheaper and the transport links are fantastic. You get this incredible mix of businesses all in one place, and they often end up creating their own little ecosystems, supplying goods and services to each other.
So let's pull all these threads together. What replaced the factories? It wasn't one single thing. It's this powerful, interconnected system.
Digital technology providing the foundation, a massive service sector fueled by global finance, and a forward-looking research base that turns brilliant ideas into real value. Code, capital, and research. Those are the new pillars.
And this brings us to one final huge question. That shift from an industrial to a knowledge-based economy was absolutely massive. But with AI and automation growing faster than ever, another transformation is already happening. So what do you think? What will the pillars of the next UK economy be built on?